From Together We Mix. Thanks for coming back this Monday afternoon. My goodness.
Afternoon.
Evening. Gosh, it's been a long day. If you've been in South Australia today, particularly around Adelaide, you know it's been a wild and woolly day. So this is just the perfect dish to showcase on this almost winter's evening.
Yeah, so at Together We Mix, tonight we're doing a special online live demo. And what we're going to do is we're going to be cooking together in two different models, the Tm6 and the Tm7. And we feel like this is the way you can see really the differences between the two models. Wouldn't you say, Matt?
Absolutely, and even looking at the models in the background. So here's our classic Tm6 and here's our wonderful looking Tm7. So excited to be sharing these two with you this evening. And if you're still sitting on the fence, undecided, or if you've never owned a Thermomix before, hopefully this is a game changer for you this evening.
And just going on that, if anyone saw my story today, I did an actual post, and I will say this again on this before we get started. You know, we've been so much educating TM31, TM5s in regards to the option. They got the option whether to trade up for a TM6 or TM7. You've only got till midnight on the 2nd of June to make that informed decision. But nobody's talked about the Tm6 owners, those Tm6 loyal Thermomix owners who are going, do I change over to the Tm7 or do I stay with my existing model? And this hopefully will help you also kind of get a bit of understanding on what suits your kitchen needs. Now, I have spoken today, and I haven't told Matt this, but he will definitely remember this. We've been to the TM5, well, I've been to the TM5 and the TM6 launch. And what happens is there's a little bit of a adjustment period where people are going, should I not? And then comes the frenzy of people wanting to upgrade their existing model. And what happens is marketplace floods with the previous model at an not a really good resale price, not its worth. And what I'm saying to you Tm6 owners, if you're really serious about upgrading and you're not keeping it as a second machine and you're wanting to sell it so it'll go towards your new Tm7, you want to make that decision fast, because that resale, I can tell you now, will drop substantially within a couple of, a week once it gets out, and the consultants are next week demonstrating in person the Tm7. It will drop. So definitely keep that in mind when you're looking at, should I upgrade as a Tm6 owner? But let's get cooking, Matt.
Absolutely. And what are we cooking tonight, Deb? Or am I going to share that?
Yeah, well, you share that.
So this one is it's a coconut fish curry. So my version, I'm obviously using the Tm6 tonight, and Deb's using the Tm7. And it's really interesting just looking at our home screen on this.
Well, I'm actually not in the recipe details. I can go back. Hold on.
Such an amazing big screen. Look at the size of that. It's just like having a tablet there on your
I'm already in the step. If I go my week, how about I do that?
It should come up to it.
This is how big my front window is. And you've obviously, what I like about this now is, you know, instead of going down on the recipe, you've got to scroll down. We've got little tabs that say ingredients, preparation tips and more, and start time, and you can see obviously the ratings, etc. here, and you've got your menu items here on the left hand side. Now when I do other lives, you will be a lot closer to this, but just tonight, because we're wanting to cook side by side, you know, I'll have to explain what's going on there. So if I press this, it takes me to this screen. So Matt, do you want to press your start cooking too?
Yeah. So I'm going to start my cooking. So on my when I've just pressed my start cooking, it's going to go through me ingredient by ingredient. So that means every separate screen is going to be one brand new ingredient. So you have to keep clicking next. On the TM7, however...
Yeah, no. So what we're trying to show, if you are looking at saving time, this is where the TM7 comes in handy, because I've got a list all within the one section. I know exactly what's going in the bowl in this method, so I can put that in before Matt's even gone through the next.
Trying to dig through to find my cardamom pods, which is somewhere down here in the garam masala.
I'm already... Oh, now, this is toasting at 90 degrees. I want to toast a little bit different. I want to do it my way. So while Matt's doing that, I'm jumping out into my modes. I'm going into my browning. I'm going to do a gentle, and I'm going to change that to just the browning and the gentle. I'm going to change that down to 140. And I'm actually doing it on my browning. So that ability to go, you know what? Hold on. Oh. Hold on. Just going on. I'll just switch it off when I need it.
Now that's interesting. You got your browning on at 5 minutes, but you said
No. What happens in this, because it's on the gentle, it's kind of programmed, so I can actually just pause it at the time.
So it's almost like you are taking control of the whole cooking experience. So for those of you who are thinking, Thermomixes, it's like does a little, takes away the joy of you personally being involved in your cooking. The TM7 is just Deb showcasing how the TM7 you can actually it's almost like going back to the stovetop in a way.
Yeah,
if that's your style, which is perfectly fine.
A lot of people want a little bit more flexibility and feel like they're cooking on a stovetop. And to me, I've said this from the moment I fell in love with the TM7. It's like combining the TM31 with what we loved about the classic with the TM6, and then we've amplified it to the next level. And I find, for me as a cook, where I do a lot of adaptation, I like that flexibility. I never follow a recipe, and I'm always on manual cooking. And if you love your cookbooks and you haven't been using them, this is going to be able to let you bring back that love. And I find that also a lot of people, stop using their Thermomix because they want to cook in their cookbook and they just don't know how to, adapt. But they go, I just don't want to do the recipes on Cookie-Doo. So even if you're not a fan of the Cookie-Doo recipes, like literally from the moment I've got it, I pretty much have been playing with it manually.
Yep.
Okay, so that will do me. And then I'm going to just go back.
You may have noticed that we actually had the garam masala ingredients pre-way beforehand, so...
And what you love, no counting down with that.
I'm looking forward to that one. I have to take the lid off mine. It's like 20 seconds. Oh.
So I'm already at my milling stage, Matt.
Yeah, good for you.
Time.
Well, I'm still toasting over here, so that's okay. What's going to be interesting is listening to how loud that is on the milling, and then we try the same milling in the TM6. Just have a bit of a reference chart in your head about how loud that was, the TM7, and the TM6 shortly.
And it might be loud when you're chopping or milling, but when you're actually doing all your cooking and that, you don't here, this, which you'll soon, like, we'll make sure we don't use.
This one's milling now.
Oh, stop, because of the pins.
Yeah.
Hold on. Just lift it up.
Just got some dodgy pins on this one at the moment.
It's going in for a service, that one.
Yep.
That was mine telling me it's done.
In the meantime, I'm still growing the spices on the tree.
Is it? Oh, still doing it. You'll have to wipe the pins underneath.
Yep.
All right, so now we're going to transfer that. What I love is no dust, no mess. Oh, it really doesn't like that tonight.
No.
Oh, well.
I think the fish might have swum out to sea by now.
I think I'm going to have plenty here.
Yeah, no,
Do you want to mill it in this one for now?
No. This is all good. It's all good. It's fine.
Right.
I'm just going to be stubborn and determined.
I'm just going to go in. Now, we've already gone and done the rice. So I'm going to just skip all these because we've cooked in advance to make the cook nice and easier. So, done that. Skipping all those.
No, it's that little toggle
Removing.
just where the ball goes in.
And now I'm not going to clean out my bowl because I've got the garam masala in there. I'm wanting that to enhance. And again, I've got all the ingredients. I know exactly what's going into it. So I can just take this off. Garlic, and some sugar. You would have made it right?
Yep.
Coconut oil. So I'm going to add the coconut oil. Now you do notice, oh that's spicy. You'll do notice that the lid, this comes off, but I can't put anything in there, okay? So I do need to take that off.
Do you mind if I write that down to your garam masala?
Yeah.
Oh, you're right. Do you need a drink of water?
Probably.
Okay. Let's sort that one out.
Alright, so done that. And then we're going to cook that for 2 minutes.
Now, you mentioned about the rice, haven't you?
Alright, yeah, we're skipping the rice. Oh, where have you gone?
I'm just jumping out of the recipe. What I'm doing is I've just jumped back out of the recipe. I'm going back into the, because it's we're not cooking the rice. We've already done that. I'm just going straight to the curry sauce.
Now, see how Matt's just done that? Come in.
Yeah.
This is something I've learnt tonight. And I've got to say, this is the one feature on the TM6 that I love. And maybe they're going to change it on the TM7, but they haven't done that yet. So you can't in your front screen, your recipe detail, as you do on the TM6. So if we go back to our recipe detail and we go through and we select, we can just go there. When we're on mine, it doesn't work like that. You just have to, you can scroll ahead at any time or look back. You can change what can be the current step, but you can't just go into the recipe. Like even if I pull it down and go to the recipe details, it's pretty much not there. So but you have more flexibility of seeing everything all at once as well.
Yeah, that'll be interesting if they update that.
And I feel like that's the only game changer. You know, as far as the way that I use my TM6 and something that I'm familiar with. And if you're a person who always goes and just goes down the method and presses where you're up to, you can always go next or whatever. But maybe you don't even notice that. Perhaps you didn't even know that on that recipe detail screen that you could actually do that. So I'm pressing next. Okay, so now...
Ginger.
The ginger.
Ginger.
Oh, we didn't get ginger. Did you not get the ginger out before?
Possibly.
Oh, can you go and get me some? Because I need some too.
Yep.
Okay, and I'll probably just grate it in. I thought we got it out earlier. Okay, so mine, I'm going to add my salt and cross that off, and then I'm going to add my Roma tomatoes cut in half. Next. Right, now this is cooking. Now where's our turmeric coming in? I'm just seeing where, I think the turmeric should have already been in there.
Turmeric goes in with the, turmeric went in with the chili and the onion.
Okay, so I'm going to put that in now.
Do you want the grated ginger? Do you want it grated?
I want it grated.
Sure.
It's just about to cook.
Yep.
Yep.
Do that.
Okay.
Easy.
So I'll just put this in. Can't have a fish curry without ginger, can we?
Oh no, that's why I'm making a big piece in that one.
Okay. I love this. It's like I'm at a stove top. Okay, now we're going to make this like a stove top for mine. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go out now and I'm going to go into my open cooking. Okay?
Whoa.
And I think it was 20 minutes.
Yes. Oh, God.
Was it 20 minutes? And I am wanting it on, what speed was the, can you just double check for me what the speed was?
On the,
Oh, it doesn't really matter because I don't think this even gives the speed.
oh, okay.
So this is like gently stirring away. So what are you liking or what are you noticing between the two and the different ways that we can now cook within our Thermomix?
Do you need coconut oil? You've got it.
I've got the coconut oil already in there.
There's
This
the
is
turmeric
yours.
and the garam masala already there.
Yep.
That's alright.
Now you're putting your simmering basket.
I'm putting my simmering basket, which I just realised I've packed away.
No, just use mine because
Yeah.
it's there.
Oh, bother. I have to go and check the box.
Oh.
That's very good. Yeah.
Our poor TM6. It's been overworked through the time, hasn't it?
Just a little.
So at the moment, while we're cooking, we're going to just talk about some of the things that have been a bit of the highlight. What are we noticing between the TM6 and the TM7? I personally am loving this. Cool. Getting that real reduction or that, you know, not going watery, you know, especially when you're cooking things, depending on, you know, how soft your tomatoes are, if you're wanting that, just get that. We've got here what we call our new cooking centre when we pull down. And when you pull down at any given time, you've got your timer, you've got your scales that you can use at any, so I could be weighing out at the moment if I wanted to. And we've got a pre-clean button all ready to go at the touch of a hat.
Yep.
We've got goes to the recipe. If we want to go to the recipe, see, I'm not in the recipe at the moment, but it's put me back into that recipe. And if we bring it down again, and I've actually got a timer on because I'm making some gluten-free bread at the moment, so I've got that going, so I can see all what's going on there without having to bookmark and leave the recipe. So I love that. Now, there are 3 ways, and this is another feature within the TM7. There's 3 different looks that you can potentially have as you're onboarding on what we call our home screen. Now, at the moment, because I've got a recipe open, it will automatically at the home screen go to that. If I'm wanting to cancel that recipe, it would take me to my my little work station kind of thing. I can actually do that at the moment. So say if I go cancel recipe at the moment, so I'm just cancelling my recipe just so that you can see what our home screen may look like. So at the moment on my home screen, it's got planned recipes, so what I've already saved. It's got a little cube up here for my week. It's got the pre-clean, so I can always do a pre-clean from my home screen. And it's got manual cooking. Now I've actually set this to manual because if anyone follows us here at Together We Mix and Adapt in the, which was formerly Adapt in the Mix, I love doing a lot of manual cooking, and especially if you do use other cookbooks. I know a lot of people like to use skinny mixers or Thermomixers, and the recipes aren't on the cookie dough, so you're always wanting to do those manual cooks. Then you've got the ability to do that, or you've got a family favourite, and then there's tutorials. So while you're getting started, you could be watching some tutorials on the TM7. Then it will show me what I've bookmarked and then what I've recently cooked, so I can access
really good sized pictures as well on the TM screen. So if you're a little bit visually impaired, I can see that. You can see it straight away. There are other settings. So for instance, you can set, if I go to it, you can set it that it shows all your different modes. So if you're very much a mode cooker, you could just have your home screen with all the modes. It's pretty cool.
I personally feel like I wouldn't be a mode setter because you're needing to do some manual in between the modes. So I do like that. Or you could be on the other one, which is the guided, the cookie dough.
So what you're saying, it really caters for a versatility of cooks out there, depending on your cooking style, which I think is really, really cool.
And like, can you see? I don't know if you can see. There's a little red light. Can you just pause yours for a minute? Can you just? Okay. Yeah. I just want people to hear how silent my Thermomix is.
Have you got it on?
Yes, it's on.
Okay, just checking.
Yeah, so
you actually know it's
I
on.
have to double check, and it's only from the red line that I definitely know that it is actually on at the moment.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's really good.
So is that time for the cook or for the bread?
No, it's for.
Is that saying 14 minutes?
Open cooking.
That's not for the bread.
The timer. Oh, it's gone off.
Yep, brilliant.
Oh gosh, almost missed the. Did I overcook it?
I don't know. Hope not.
Been cooking bread, gluten-free bread. Oh, it looks a bit brown.
That's alright.
Oh, yep. All right, just yep. Okay, so the timer is off. Probably didn't hear it going with all that. Do you want to keep going with yours? Okay. Now the beauty with the open cooking is, you can obviously adjust it. If I was to stop my open cooking, or say my browning particularly, I can actually set it to a time that I want. Unlike if you were in a guided recipe, especially for the browning on the TM6, you would have to, one, go in a guided cook with browning to utilize browning. Like that's a big given. And then if you stop that to have a look, if you press that a high temp again, it is only going to do that time for you, and you can't see unless, you know, you keep stopping and changing it. So you've got that more flexibility that you can walk away while browning. And like, you know, that's why we love the stovetop, right? To get the browning, the caramelization, and being able to walk away from that.
Yeah, I just have to do a bit of a play around with that because I exited out of it, paused it, so I had to go back and into the
like
recipe
the time, did the time?
Yeah, the time would have been fine, but then I don't know, something else happened. So I think I went back into the recipe detail and it just, that timed out, so I had to sort of try and remember what the time that I was at and subtract that. So if you don't want to be doing maths in the kitchen and you're trying to cook for screaming kids, then it's probably not something I want to play around with.
Yeah. So it's really funny. So if you've got any questions to ask, especially, you know, if you've got one of the previous models and you're wanting to know anything, definitely put it in the comments. And yeah.
So that's really good. You're just like, because you've got that open cook, and I can already see some, you know, you've got some stuff on the side. If you're trying to just think, oh, whoops, I didn't quite scrape that down, while you're open cooking, you can be scraping that down. I have to turn this whole thing off if I want to check and scrape down the side. I mean, I can check the bowl.
Or you could go.
If I want to scrape down, I can use the spatula, but I'm not going to get all of it, and there's a problem with steam.
And we're in the same temperature here.
Yeah.
Look at the steam.
Yeah. Oh, that's pretty amazing. Yeah.
That's incredible.
It is.
So I wonder what our next, can we do a preview? See, this is the thing that you can do on the TM6. You can still look ahead.
So my next preview is to add the 200 grams of coconut milk.
Yeah, see, I've only got 11 minutes to go on this.
I've only got 15 minutes.
Okay, so Matt, I would like you to maybe share your favourite things about the TM6, because you absolutely have always been a fan of the TM6. So if someone was looking at doing the trade up, what would you recommend as far as, what are your highlights?
Well, I've grown to love the cookie dough. However, the cookie dough is also on the TM7. So it doesn't sort of shoots my argument down, doesn't it? The TM6, as far as the TM... Right,
okay.
Sorry, that just paused, but apparently we weren't using that. I don't know why, but anyway, we're back again. So I'm talking about why I like the TM6. I don't mind the TM6. I think I mentioned about the cookie dough, but I think
what else? Like what do I like?
I use the timer, you know, like in the the drop down, you know, the cooking center. I do use the guided cooks quite a lot, but having said that, I'll also adapt around and just play around with it a little bit as well. I'm getting a little bit frustrated tonight with the arms. I'm also getting frustrated tonight with that little sensor toggle at the back, because that is not working all that properly. So if it's not lined up, it has a little hissy fit. Don't have that kind of problem on the TM7. So I'm really trying to sell you a TM6, and it's not really working all that well at the moment.
And can I just say, up until we...
they've got a great deal on the TM6.
I know, but they're good. Like, we've loved ours.
I love our TM6. It's only because we have probably thrashed ours to death every day, because it is such an integral part of our lifestyle.
And I've used it for work, kind of thing.
It's never stopped.
It goes like a machine.
It goes 25 hours a day, 8 days a week. It's, my goodness, it's insane.
But what Matt's trying to get at is he definitely loves the TM6.
I do like the TM6.
But since having the TM7, seeing where their advances are, it's hard, especially for us who like adapting and changing and having more
flexibility,
being
able to be versatile,
and like, you know, easy, like going from a big screen going back to a little screen. That's only because we've now played around with the two.
Yep.
Like, you know, if he didn't have this, he would have been quite happy just going on his merry way.
Yep,
and he has been raving to everyone about the trade up offer. And really, again, it comes down to, with the trade up offer, is those additional accessories that you can have that we don't actually
which you might
have.
know. I mean, like even if it just came with a second bowl.
Yeah.
That is an absolute lifesaver, having a second bowl. It is just.
And
just insane.
There's a lot of consultants a little bit envious of us because we've got 2 TM7s and consultants cannot get a second TM7. So that's the perks of being Mr. and Mrs. Thermomix, right?
So, yeah.
And if you're like, you know, wanting to think, well, how do I get either one of these models on your bench? You could even potentially just do what we do.
Yeah.
Share your love of Thermomix, and then you can earn your Thermomix. So if you're wanting to know about that, let us know.
Yep.
But it's just really interesting. You're hearing the whirring of Matt's machine.
Yep.
There is absolutely nothing coming from my machine that I have to keep looking that it's actually physically on. Like, honestly. So if you're like one of these ones, you know, who likes to cook late at night, but unfortunately the kids are gone to sleep and you're just worried, like, this is again why you would definitely want to do that.
Now, are you going to have to blend that up in a bit?
I will probably.
Yeah,
but
just
don't forget the coconut goes in too.
Yep.
But that's the thing. I like the fact that I've kept it as a whole and it's breaking down, but it's also not going watery and getting that nice. So when we do this, we're going to see by the end of it
it'd be interesting to see what the consistency
difference of the taste and the consistency.
Yeah.
But look at that, like, I'm just having to
just poke around with it. So
and do you know what, I'm going to help by just
that's kind of like my equivalent of standing
when
at the barbecue.
When I lift it, I can lift it. I don't have to stop it. It stops.
Yeah,
so I'm just going to show you.
That's amazing.
And then I can put it back on.
Look at that. No arms to continue.
And it will just continue.
Yeah, that's incredible.
And you know, you don't have to wait for it to time down.
It's just like a happy little friend. It doesn't say much in the kitchen. It just does its thing.
Who finds it very frustrating, especially if you've gone from TM31 to a TM6. And have noticed the difference, because the TM31 lid we used to just flick off. We had no timing there, and because now we've got the higher temperature. You know, for safety reasons.
It is a safety feature.
They close it down. But look, I've just done an open cook on 100 degrees. Chuck it off without stopping
look at that.
it.
I'm touching that. That is that's 100 degrees, 105 actually, and I'm touching the outside of that, and it's just like touching a bench top.
So,
That's really good.
It's like, honestly,
I'm not touching that. That would just be stupid. That's sitting at 100. That's sitting at 100 degrees now. I'm not going to touch that.
Yeah. So how long have you got, Matt?
I've got 9 minutes.
I've got 5 minutes, and
5 minutes.
and this, you can see it's breaking down now.
Yeah.
Look at that.
No, it's pretty good. Well done to those people who are hanging around for this 20-minute cook.
Yeah. Okay.
At least we got no ads.
I would love some questions. So if anyone wants to know something that they absolutely love with their TM6, and they're going, oh, does it do this or does it do that? I'm thinking what else we can show while we're on here.
Look, now here's something. I don't know if you can see. You can probably see a little bit. There's like this little yellow streak on the screen.
I've spilt stuff on it.
That's because Deb spilt something. Now, with the TM6, if that same thing had happened, I'd have to be getting there with a cloth and wiping it off, because next time I do the touch screen, I got Buckley's and being able to operate it. That's spilt on there, and you can still operate the screen because of the multi-sense function.
And
It's pretty cool.
we're going to be doing, I think, Varoma soon because we're going to be cooking the fish.
Yeah.
And I'm going to show you the new Varoma settings.
The Varoma's pretty
So
cool,
there
isn't
is
it?
now an actual mode on the TM7 for Varoma. At first, I was a bit, when I heard this, gotta admit, for me, who uses a Varoma to death, I love the Varoma. If you haven't got your Varoma out and need some inspiration, definitely.
I think that's
let
your
us know.
second name, isn't it? Varoma?
Varoma.
Yeah.
But
From Varoma.
when I found out that you can't, even in the manual setting, there is no Varoma, like the temperature doesn't go to Varoma in the manual cook, and I'm like going, but I always just live on Varoma. You just need to go here to the mode. I don't know if I can open it. I haven't tried while I'm in another recipe, so no, it won't let me while it's on. But you'll see in a moment when you click the Varoma, it gives you the ability of if you're cooking with just the Varoma, or if you're using a steamer basket, the steam, or if you're using both the steamer basket and the Varoma together, it's giving different steam like consistencies for that, and you get to choose between how you are utilizing your Varoma. And especially when, you know, you probably have found if you're using the, like say potatoes or something in your steamer basket and you're cooking up top, you always tend to feel like you're doing it a little bit longer because of the whatever you've got in your steamer basket, where this will allow, you know, that you're not having to overcook and you've got more, you know, understanding of cooking things together at the same time. Yeah.
Just to prove how much Deb really loves the Varoma, I reckon in the last 2 minutes she said that the word Varoma over 10 times.
Oh,
I've counted, but I lost count after 10.
Don't be rude.
No, I'm not. I'm just pointing something out. If you, like I said, if you want to know anything about Varoma,
I love it. All right, I've got a minute, everyone. This is so exciting.
Yeah, I've still got 5 minutes, so that's even more exciting.
So,
Getting some nice, pretty pictures on the side there. It's a little bit of decoration.
yeah,
that you get.
unfortunately they
I don't get that.
can't see it close up.
No, sorry. Sorry, those people at the back. You got bad
Do
seats.
you know this smells like Tunisian tomatoes?
Oh gosh, that's a bit nostalgic.
Yeah.
Wow, that's going back to our when we're going out, Deb.
What was it then? Or?
Yeah, it was. I remember that.
Oh, it smells so good. Look at this.
Mine's
Smell
already-
the smell, right?
Mine's
Have a
already.
look.
Oh, that's amazing. Mine's already blitzed up, so that's pretty cool.
Look at that.
Don't have to blitz mine.
Yeah, but neither do I. You have a
No.
look.
Yeah, you got nice big chunks of tomato in yours. Look at
it's
that.
like, yeah, but the kids, you know, I can
Yep.
that a bit.
That's all right.
It's got a minute to go. Yeah.
That's incredible. That's good fun.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's me done. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to what I was cooking. Because I cancelled the recipe before, I'm going to have to go in it again. And this is what I said, is I can't just go to where I was up to if I re-enter that, if I've cancelled it in my cooking centre. What's that say? Now, let's go down. I've still got the thing on here.
Oh, your protective,
I'm
protective
I'm
colour.
trying to keep it as nice as possible. Okay, so I've done that. So
These are all future steps.
So now, they're future steps. So now I'm setting this as my current step. Okay, so I'm going to add some coconut milk. There's some left over here too.
Do you need a spoon?
Now we're using coconut cream because we've got no coconut.
But yeah, so if you want to just use the coconut cream, just thin it out a little bit if you want. That's good. Yeah.
And what you'll find, and you can't see, is it will automatically tick it off because I've gone and put the right amount in. Now, we're adding our kefir limes. I think I've already added my kefir limes.
No, you have. Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, I probably did. I can add some more because I absolutely love. Oh, Marica. What do you call it?
Mackerel leaves.
Oh yeah, here they are. I didn't put them in.
And you've got to be thinly sliced, apparently.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's what it says.
Oh well. Can you do a couple for me? I don't mind extra.
No, oh gosh, that's going to be one. Here, have mine.
We're going to be doing
Just together we mix.
the fish.
Sorry, you're not professionally sliced up.
That's it.
The flavour's
And
still
the sugar.
there.
Where's that sugar?
Pour some sugar.
Oh, did you put the sugar away? I had it.
Oh, the rapid coconut sugar?
Yeah, I thought I had it in a little bowl weighed out.
Oh, what am I? Is that the garam masala that I've got? Is that sugar? Yeah, that's sugar.
Oh,
You've already put the sugar in. It looks a bit like garam masala.
Okay.
I wonder what I was doing in there.
Okay.
That explains it.
And now some garam masala. Now we're going to place the baroma. Let's talk baroma. Now I have said to Matt, baroma, you know how much I love baroma. I said the moment I saw it, played with it and touched it,
Oh gosh.
that I would upgrade my TM6 purely for the baroma. Look at this, it is the bomb.
And what did you do in it last night, Dad? What did we cook in it last night?
See my whole Hainanese chicken?
Oh, that was incredible.
Yeah,
that was
it's
incredible.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
That was good.
now I'm going to take my plug out, or they call it cat now, not MC cat.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh.
So we put this on,
That's cool.
done that, and then we're not going to worry about the snow peas. It says to grease the baroma. Do you want? Oh, yeah.
A bit of grease. Need a bit of oil on that.
Oh, well, I feel like it's still greasy from last night.
Oh, yeah. So you'd be well.
Yeah, I'll be.
So good.
Yeah, don't worry. Okay.
Don't get too carried away.
Now insert.
Your aroma tray.
Oh, well, that was if I had the snow.
Yeah.
Oh,
But you're
well.
going to whack the fish on,
I'm
right?
going to whack the fish on now. We could have put that's interesting, people. The fish is going on top and the snow peas were going
Underneath.
I personally would do that the other way around. So I might even put, we've got so much room. Look at this.
You can put some broccoli
Okay,
in.
so where's the fish then?
The fish.
And we're upping because we never do recipes the same and we like to show adaptation. We've got some squid, so we're going to put some squid as well on our tray.
Here's your fish.
Oh, yeah, just put. Yep.
Alright. And another one.
Yep.
So I've got another one. Because you've got a bigger baroma than I do.
Yeah. Look at that.
Good. It's excellent.
Oh, I love the baroma. Are you going to
Yeah.
count that again? That
I've lost count.
Okay.
Sorry.
Okay. Alright, so I can't wait to share everyone the TM7. It really is a game changer.
It is pretty good.
I know we're supposed to be going, what are the benefits of the TM6? But I just think if you're a TM31 owner, up until playing and seeing and really using the TM7, I would have said, wow, take advantage of the trade-up offer. I would strongly, as myself, if you're a true TM31 owner, you'd want to go bypass the TM6 trade-up, invest that little bit more, because this is really what TM31 owners have been looking for. So there we go, like, look at that, all nice and done.
You got a fish sauce?
But it's here.
Ah,
Okay.
whole yum.
Yeah, so I've done that. And then season. We've got some salt, Matt.
Yep. That's nice.
You could put some chili if you like.
Oh,
Some
you could.
chili.
Oh, you could
Yeah.
also.
Fresh chili. I don't have any red chili left. I think Anise ate all our chili sauce today. Don't know.
What? No, it's still in a container.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Okay. Can you hear that?
No. Have you got it on?
Can you hear that?
You need to put it on.
That's at speed 2.
Wow.
No, that's 2. Oh no. What it's got is 10 minutes and it's showing I'm using both the underneath and the top at once.
That's incredible. 2 layers. Yeah, isn't
Yeah.
that, that's on, that must be on, or is that heat level 2?
Heat. Yeah, I don't know. Because, you know, I'm so used to going to a good speed 4 for my Varoma. So this is, you know, we always want to go speed.
Yeah, you also do.
Well, we do 2.5, 3, but to get a really good steam. Yeah. How are you going, Matt?
Yeah, I'm good. Great guns.
So, Matt and I've got a few in-person demos, and Matt is, you know, excited to share with others as well, coming and doing cooks. As of the 2nd of June, we will be out there being able to actually demonstrate it in other people's homes. And on the 7th of June at Barossa Co-op, so here in Nuri, we're basically having an all day, like, you know, come and see us at any time. We're going to even have prize guessing. We're going to have both our TM7s there to have a look at. Yep. We will not be having a TM6 there because that's past the date of when you can actually purchase a TM6.
Point of no return.
Point of no return is 2nd of June midnight. So we're really going to be showcasing, and you can get up close, touch, feel, play with our babies. So if that appeals to you, definitely come by and say hi on the 7th of June. And if you can't make that, on Sunday the 8th of June, we're going to one of my favourite coffee shops, To Be Nourished in Kapunda. We're going to be there, and you can just pop in and say hi to us, ask us any questions. You know, some people would prefer to just casually come up and make a informed choice just by having a look and asking the questions, rather than going to a demonstration. We are going to be having virtual demonstrations. I'm going to be hosting 2 next week. I'm going to be hopefully maybe even 3. So we're definitely having a day demo, and we'll have a night demo. There might be 2 day demos and 1 night, but I'll definitely keep you posted in regards to that. We'll have to probably jump on after when we serve on like Matt. So I've only got 6 minutes on mine, but he's just going for the last 10 minutes. What are you looking for, Dom?
Salt and pepper.
Yeah. So quiet. You wait until you hear his go on. Yeah, we're doing a good side-by-side comparison here, Matt.
It's good. It's good. I think you might need to turn your machine on, Deb. I can't hear it cooking.
I just absolutely...
It is.
All right, here we go.
Here she goes.
Now you've got the sound.
Yep.
Now you've got the sound.
Pretty cool, isn't it?
And you know what? That noise alone could be a reason, especially for males. Like I had a customer just who I spoke to the other day. One thing they're looking forward to is having the TM7 demoed in their home, because when the television's on in the next room, they've got a small house, there's no door, it's very open plan, that you know, they always have to turn up the volume of the TV when the cooking is on, where they potentially won't need to do that now unless they're milling or grinding. So yeah, I can't wait to share that.
Yeah.
So we got, I think, how much bigger, can you remember, Matt, how much bigger the new Varoma is? Is it 2 litres extra?
How much is this one here?
About 2 litres.
That's
so
2 litres. That one is 4.8.
4.8?
4.8.
4.8.
I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, is that, oh, what are you doing, Dex?
I'm pretty sure number 4 was mentioned about the size.
Yeah,
of it,
I'll double check that, but I know it's quite
Yep.
a substantial amount. Different. Oh, you've got yours
I've got
on the
my fish
side,
going
guys.
there.
Yeah. And we've got these one little grooves now at the side. I can't wait to show you, even just presentation, serving with the top lid and the base down. It is so beautiful as a serving platter.
Well, that's what you did last night when we had the Hainanese chicken and we put the chicken pieces on the Varoma tray. You just had the Varoma lid underneath it just to catch any drips. But it looked pretty presentable. Yeah, it didn't. That was good.
Oh, let's see it. My bread, Matt. Can you bring? Is it warm enough to bring over the bread?
Yeah.
I just made a gluten-free loaf of bread because I'm over paying.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so
That's gluten-free bread. I haven't knocked it out of the tin yet.
hot?
Probably should.
Right,
you
so
wanna take
that's
that?
how high my gluten-free bread is. I did probably brown it a little bit, but
That's okay.
yeah, I think you should take it out, tip it upside down on the rack,
Yep.
and then we can have a proper look at it. Okay, so hold the rack and
Yep. Yep. It's all right.
Oh. Is it coming out?
Oh, is it what?
Started thinking it wasn't coming out.
Wow, that's how hollow that is.
Is it good? Let's have a look. Bring it here.
Yeah, you knock it on handle
Oh,
door.
right, okay.
Just don't
Let's
get it in the
bring
go.
it here.
Just don't get the
okay.
bread in the jar and
So
masala.
this is another reason why, cost of bread at the moment.
Oh, especially gluten-free bread.
Gluten-free bread is through the roof.
Yeah.
And
Didn't read about it.
so there is my gluten-free bread.
Ah, pretty amazing.
That is amazing. Look at that.
That was so
Matt,
good.
where's the bread?
Bread knife?
Yeah, the bread knife.
I can't remember. Do you have to wait till the bread cools down a bit?
Oh, well, I thought it's cooled down a bit, but
Alright.
I should wait, but...
Oh, you can be bothered waiting.
I'll just cut off the end. Oh, look at that.
Wow.
Matt, oh, you need to get some jam on that.
Got some lime marmalade.
You see?
Yeah.
So, I've got just a minute and a half, people, and then we're definitely going to be done. Here is my rice. It's been sitting in the thermoserver. Obviously, if you're a first-time Thermomix owner and you purchase a TM7, there is no gift with purchase. However, if you do a delivery demo, so we can jump on virtually with you, and if friends can be at a different place, and they just jump on and do a questionnaire, then you will actually, oh, thank you, 3.3.
That's the one.
What's the other bit?
TM7 is 6.8. TM6 is 3.3.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Thank
There we
you
go.
for that.
That's for the Varoma. Wow.
Yeah, I can't remember everything. But I was gonna say that, like, if you do a delivery demo,
Gonna try some bread.
then you can. Yeah, you're going to do that.
Yeah.
So who makes their bread in the Thermomix? That's what I'd like to know. I must admit, up until this point, I've been a bit slack, but I can't justify. Oh, 45% increase. That's amazing, isn't it?
That's good.
And have you used the Varoma that Matt keeps saying that I've said about 100 times?
Do you know what's intriguing?
What do you think of the bread?
Oh, I think it's fantastic. It's
Is it good?
Yeah, you should try some. You got a 45% increase in price. Oh, sorry, in size, in capacity. But it's not a 45% increase in price between the TM6 and the TM7. Just saying. Something to think about.
I'm done.
So you're getting more for your buck.
Okay. Put that away. I've got this on here. I'm going to just try and bring that down. Sorry, people. So there's my squid. And my fish looks good. My fish looks great. Yes, Varoma, but not that much. Oh, seriously, you've got to watch most of my cooks. I kind of really, and I always say, if you ever do anything that requires a liquid at, cooking a liquid, get your Varoma out, prep ahead, chop up some vegetables, cook at the same time, utilize electricity efficiency, meal prepping, time saver. I love my Varoma.
Just Varoma.
Varoma. So, what's this saying next? Allowed to sit for 5 minutes. Oh, that's perfect because Matt's is going to be finished in. And this is what I love too. Look, no waiting. So, Matt, if we move the bread, because we're going to get the bread with fish. Here is my curry sauce. Can you get me out a spoon so I can try? Who wants to know what I think? Burn my tongue.
What are you trying?
Oh, wow.
Is that good?
Woo! That's good. Try this, Matt.
Is it as good as mine?
I
haven't tried mine yet.
It's really hot. Spicy.
That's exciting.
This is the bowl.
Woo!
Has anyone made this coconut fish curry? If they got a Thermie?
Whoa. That's alright, that stuff.
That is so good.
That is. Oh.
Okay,
That's,
I want to see the difference.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I whacked a little bit of extra ginger in mine.
And this is what I like, is like we can keep the fish separate.
Yeah.
And the sauce. Sometimes when you cook things, I generally do that anyway, I will admit. That I will, when it says to add your vegetables, I generally load up a whole heap of vegetables in my Varoma, put some aside because, you've got fussy eaters, right? And so some kids like this and some kids don't like that. And that way you can pick and choose how much. And then you're also, when you're pouring out, people are getting a nice consistency and you're keeping that vibrancy of your vegetables. I feel like it's almost coming time for a Varoma masterclass, Matt.
I've heard of the Varoma. Tell me about it.
I think I will make an ebook for my Varoma masterclass.
No, you were telling me the other day about Varoma masterclass.
Anybody who purchases from us, they automatically go into, I've got a hub. And I've created, there's masterclasses in there, but I have created a few ebooks as well to get people started and resources. And for my newbie TM7 ones, I've done a little cheat sheet so you can stick. I'm going to get a magnet like we did in the old TM31 days and have it so that you can have access to that as well. That is you done, Matt.
That's me done. Woo!
Now, I just want to show people.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, look
I
at that.
just want to show people, if you don't have much bench space, you could potentially leave it like this.
Yep.
All my kids have literally said it looks smaller.
Yep.
and it makes the room look better.
It does.
I've got to admit, and you know, a lot of people going, oh, but it's not white, and we've got an all white kitchen.
Oh, someone just asked, does the 6 jug fit on the 7?
No, it doesn't, because of this here. It's got this protector, and this is probably for a safety reason that you can touch at any time. And also the lid itself has an inbuilt sensor.
Yep.
And that is why, even from a safety point of view, they've actually shut the lid. I'll just show you. They've shut the lid. Oh. So you can't actually get anything in that. It's completely shut because there's an inbuilt sensor. So on your TM6, this is another plus for the TM7, is generally whenever you take something off there, you have to re-tear your scales. It will already detect when you take it off. You don't need to tear your scales. It automatically goes back.
Because it's so easy to forget, isn't it, to tear your scales if you've taken the lid off.
I've
done that a couple of times, and you think, oh, what was that? I've messed up on the measurement.
So
stress.
It's done that, and it's obviously one for that safety issue that people had concern about. And I will admit, I've been an owner for 15 years with my TM31.5. I've never had those issues. I do think sometimes it's been due to maximum use for that, but just on the precaution, they've really gone out on the safety. However, it's also done something else. A lot of people were using non-warranted products within their Thermomix, and that then leads to safety issues and voiding warranty. You can no longer do it because of the sensor in the lid. You just can't have non-warranted parts now in the Thermomix for that. So, and I love, like, look at this. Like, I think this is the biggest, you know, the best benefit is how easy it is to clean. And, hold on, Matt, I'll just move this aside. Oh, do you want to move that your side for a second?
Yep. Try and get that turmeric off.
Yep. That's all right. That's all right. I've got lemon oil for that.
Yeah.
All we need to do is on glider here, so it's easy. Don't need the it's got its own inbuilt glider.
Yep.
So did you take the lid off to have a look?
Oh yeah, I've taken the lid off.
Okay. Now let's have a look. So just by looking at this, I actually personally think Matt's fish is cooked slightly a little bit more than mine, would you say?
Possibly. That is a little thinner piece of fillet of fish.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay. So the decider is, can we notice a difference between the sauces?
Oh, yeah. Well, let's just take that.
And I weighed out the ingredients, so I know that they're exactly the same quantity.
Except for the ginger.
Oh, you can taste the ginger in mine.
Yeah.
All right.
Now, this is interesting because the consistency in this one
it's watery.
Is a watery. That's
watery.
Really interesting.
It's watery.
Really
Look at this.
interesting. Yeah.
Okay, can you show the others?
Yep, I can. So this one.
Oh, wait. Yeah, put it down.
Can we see it?
Yeah. Now, look at mine.
Yeah. That's good. That's thicker. So here I was bagging Deb about the tomatoes not getting chopped up, and
I think it's better that they weren't, and that's what I did say. I did say that I like the fact that they're whole, so it doesn't go too watery.
Yeah, no, that's it.
All right.
Yeah, I might have put a little bit of extra coconut.
Completely different taste.
Really? Right.
That is completely different.
Oh,
sorry.
Yeah, wow.
I am.
That's really interesting. That is completely different. Yeah, it's not unpleasant.
But it's not the wow factor.
It's not the same. It doesn't have a kick in it.
No, but
this one does.
But it's the feel of the mouth.
Yeah.
The spices, you could really get all the different aromatics.
Oh, you could in that one.
In that one.
In TM7.
And do you know what's funny is I've seen other you know, people in Europe, they cooked a dish and they go, oh, you can't tell the difference. But maybe they didn't do what I did, where I'm using my modes in between and going, you know what, I want to use browning, I want to use open cooking, and it's taking what people are missing and going, I don't cook in my Thermomix, I want to cook on the stovetop.
Yep.
There's a thought.
Sorting out the cooks from the chefs, isn't it?
Yeah.
Or the chefs from the cooks, whichever way you want to
So,
look at it. Yeah, that's pretty incredible.
Yeah. So if you're wanting to learn more or got any questions, definitely private message us. Yeah. We're happy to answer them, even if you want to book a one-on-one virtual to know the ins and outs. But like, you know, I've been doing this for 15 years and Matt's been there the whole way through. And
bubbling away in the background.
Yeah, but he's now
on the TM31
and
back
he's
burner.
looking at doing demos for blokes. You know, sometimes people.
I came across a pot roast recipe yesterday. I'm
Yeah,
excited to try that one. Yeah. With the,
and he always does these chili beer nuts.
Yeah, the chili peanut clusters. Yeah, they're all right.
But it's more or less, sometimes we've got to get the partners over the line, right?
I'm already over the line.
You're already over.
Oh, yeah.
You'll tell them, won't you?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
So I hope it kind of gave you a little bit more insights in between the difference, how different they are, what to like between the two. And so far, the only thing I did say that I missed potentially on my TM6 is the fact that if I go out of a recipe and go into another recipe, when I go back to that recipe, it goes, would you like to continue or start again? It doesn't do that on this one. And I do think maybe once they get that feedback, that they potentially could, with the software update, do that. So we'll see. But if you noticed anything, got any questions, but look at this. Look at this. There's all turmeric.
Yeah.
In the arms.
That's my careful cooking.
I've got to say, anything that doesn't have arms, I'm a fan of.
Yeah.
So that's us signing out.
Yeah, no worries. Thanks for
joining.
jumping on, and can't wait to see you next time.
Okay, together we mix.
Together we mix in a hurry and a curry.